Welcome to Old Guys Still Rock. Super grateful you gave us a look or a listen. We specifically developed this podcast for friends or soon to be friends who are in the 40 plus category. This podcast is a platform to not only have your voices be heard, but also for others who are going through the same thing and know that they too aren't alone. Our topics may be business, topics may be entrepreneurship, our topics may be social, or our topics may be just everyday life. Whatever it is, we hope that you give it a share and leave us a comment. But most of all, if you want your voice to be heard, please leave us a comment on how to get a hold of you so you too can be an old guy that still rocks and help build our community. Until we speak again, stay safe, but most of all, God bless. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching us today. Welcome back. We are Old Guys Still Rock. This is your first time here. I am Blair Armstrong of Team Armstrong Coldwell Banker. I am a global luxury specialist in the world of residential real estate here in the Coachella Valley. If you don't know where the Coachella Valley is, that's kind of basically the Palm Springs, Palm Desert, La Quinta area, and it kind of spurns out with multiple cities. And then on my right or on your left, however you're watching this, a good friend of mine for almost 30 years, and owner of Brent Wright Incorporated, Brent Wright. And he is located in beautiful Eugene, Oregon. I don't know if it's raining or 89 degrees there today, but how are you doing today?
It's supposed to be 69 degrees today, or 70 degrees.
That's not bad.
And it is lightly overcast. And for the next week, it's supposed to be under 80 and just kind of temperate. And I am excited for that.
That's good weather.
Yeah. It's good times.
That is good times. So what's shaking in your world, my dude?
So we're officially going 24/7 at the Wellness Center. We finally got all the infrastructure put in place last weekend and this week, and we'll be finalizing that on Monday, on Memorial Day. We'll be able to walk in, key code in with your phone, and
Wow.
When you walk in, the lights will turn on and follow you around. We'll have those follow you lights. So one will turn on, the next one will turn on, the next one will turn on, and then they turn off as you walk away from them. And so a lot of technology, a lot of cool, fun stuff. Turns off the alarm, automatically arms it, all that. So been a lot of infrastructure changes, but I'm really excited that that's going to happen. So
for those, again, going back to this, maybe sometime somebody's turning in for the first time. Tell us a little bit about what your wellness center is, what it has inside of it, how it came to fruition over here. Just a real quick overview.
Yeah, so came to fruition as a dream and a vision from my wife, to one, keep me alive, and to help others stay alive and stay well while we're here. And so she had a vision last year of building this, and became a certified coach and trainer and certified life coach, and she's working on her nutritionist certificate. And we decided to start buying some equipment to help her on her surgery journey. And that equipment has now been put into place in the wellness center. So we have hyperbaric chambers, we have vibration therapy, light therapy, a soft wave TRT machine, we have contrast therapy, plunge tubs, saunas, massage chairs, a full gym. It's just an amazing facility. We got some help from Kate and Edna, who were guests on here, for all of this, and did a tour of their facility on a Saturday, and it was pretty amazing. And we're pretty jazzed to have them on our side and to have them helping us and guiding us through the process.
Yeah, I think that's really cool too. So again, especially with the light therapy and hyperbaric chambers that you guys in there, I think it's really cool too, that how that relationship has taken place, but also is now, even though that you're young in this business, you know how to run a business, but now you have this expertise of the benefits of this type of therapy, right? Some alternative therapy that is really kind of on the, really just not even crested yet, is just kind of on the horizon, and there's still these new things that are coming about. So now, and then the testimonials that come from their business after years and
Yeah.
years of building this, right? It really helps your clientele out and kind of spreads the word. So I think that's pretty awesome. So I'm going to lead in with that. If you have a business and you want to talk about your business and the ups and downs and ebbs and flows, which Caitlin and Edna did a couple of weeks ago, and you can go back and check out that episode. We'd love to have you on here because we don't know what type of relationships are going to build out there. We've had Ken McCumber, Ken Johnson that runs a landing gear company for not only planes, but some military outfits. And then Joe Daniels, who's across the pond and coaching young men in football and getting them a life that they never thought that they would have. So some cool things have really come out of here. It's not just two ugly looking dudes telling you what's up. We do that a lot, but there's a lot of other things that really come out of this. So it's been fun. And we have some other things coming up too. We just got to get people. Sometimes it's like herding cats. So with that being said, man, let's get into this thing. We are in episode number 51 today. We've crossed it. We're getting closer to 100. All you guys that are out there, subscribe to us, either Spotify or YouTube. We appreciate that. Do not stop sharing the show. We still need you. Again, we say this at the beginning of the show. We do not get advertisers on here. We do not have sponsors. So this is all on us. It's our time, our energy that we feel like this is a calling for us. And there's a part of our purpose is to get this word out, this message, and talk about this stuff. So today, you sent me this a couple of days ago. Been a whirlwind for me the last couple of days, I'm sure with everybody else, but you gave me a topic and I really stuck home with me. Who owes you and why? Yeah. And just curious how that came to your mind and how we expand on that.
So it's always based upon my interactions and experiences with others. It seems that when you engage somebody to work for you, contractor, third-party vendor, or something like that, everybody always seems to want to know, like, what's in it for me or what extra am I getting? And I'm just struggling with that personally. Like, why do people feel like if they pay you that you owe them? Or if you help them that you owe them? Or if they help you that you owe them? Or some variation thereof, right? It's never enough to provide good service. It's never enough to provide a good product. It's never enough. So I think that personally, companies, and I love First Form, they great products, great service, great everything. But I'll tell you about one of my personal experiences. They sent us some stuff that we ordered, and it came in, and the box was damaged. And only one or two of the pieces were damaged. And I called them up and I said, hey, I just want to give you guys a heads up that the box was damaged and that the packing in it was kind of mediocre at best. And it might be a good learning opportunity. And the guy says, well, we'll send you out all new product. I said, no, nothing is damaged to the point I can't use it. I just figured it would be a guiding and coaching moment for your team to learn how to pack things better. Because they film, I don't know if anybody's ever seen their facility, but they're kind of like Amazon. They film all the packages being loaded and packed and sealed and all that stuff. So they can go literally back to the second that thing was packed and find out who packed it. So it's just good information to give them. And the guy's like, no, our policy is that we don't want to have to owe you anything. We want you to be 100% satisfied. We're sending you out all new stuff. The whole order. And it wasn't cheap. It was $400 or $500 worth of stuff. And I said, well, if that's what you choose to do, I'm going to donate all this stuff because I don't want that on me. Right. I don't want to feel like I owe you now because I called. And all I was trying to do was get them give them a learning opportunity for their team. And it, the stuff shows up and we did, we donated it and allowed other people to sample all the stuff and all that. But bigger picture is like, is that company doing good by training people that they owe you. And on top of it, they threw in extra t-shirts to soften the blow. I never told them that they owe me anything. I wasn't complaining.
No, I think, in this day and age, I hear where you're going with this, and this is how, again, understanding the Frisellas and,
Mm-hmm.
Andy and I can't think of his brother's name right now.
Sal.
Sorry about that. Sorry for Fellas. My apologies. I listen to you guys all the time. I'm old. Anyway, I think, one of their big things is they are so geared to be the number one, not only supplement company in the world, but so an apparel company. Because there's another story that I have on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
that they're used to competing against somebody like, hey, the product's damaged. Awesome. Sorry about that. Hope all is well. We'll try to be better next time.
Kick rocks.
Kick rocks, basically, right? Like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened, but you saying, okay, they have it to where they can get down to the second, how that was it damaged on their end, blah, blah, whatever. They took care of the customer. Nordstrom was like that for a long time too. And we've kind of, I think a lot of companies, not all companies, have lost that for a little bit, that they just, our margins are a lot thinner. Things are more expensive. This is going to cost us more money to get out to it. But if you have that experience, they will, First Form products are not inexpensive.
Correct.
At all. I mean, you're paying a premium for something, but they strive on quality. The point I'm getting to is they want to make sure that you have a great experience.
Yeah.
I, with the same company, have a couple pairs of shorts, and I don't know if I have a big butt or not, but they blow out at the back seam, and I've blown out a couple pairs. And I'm like, so, hey, I just want to let you know that. They could do some research, and they want to send me a new pair. I could have pursued it. I left it alone. I just okay, the shorts are like a year old. I do have other companies' apparel that's older that has never happened. But is it going to stop me from buying that apparel again? Well, I question it, but now I know that if it happens, that I can come back to it. I feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
These shorts were like 1.5 years old. I was wearing them every other day. Just happened. So, but the point of it is they want you to have a customer experience. They want you to keep out there. Okay, we're going to take care of you no matter what. I think Costco does that a lot. If you buy something and you don't like it, but you have to be very careful, because there are people that feel like, yeah, you owe me. I spent this money to it. I'm going to take advantage of you. Right.
My question is, like, what's changed in society that perpetuates that? Why does everybody feel that if they spend a little bit of money with you, that you owe them? Or why does everybody feel that they helped you, so now you have to help them? Like they get to call in a chit whenever they feel like it. I was talking with a client the other day, and he's like, "Nope, I don't. Thank you for the value add, but nope, I don't want to owe you." Like, look, it's not an owe. I'm trying to add value to your experience. Yeah, I don't want that. I just want what I paid for. And I don't want to owe you. And that's kind of really what brought it up to me is like, why does it have to be such an extreme? Why can't people just be grateful for the value add?
Yeah.
Why can't they try to pay it forward? And then why can't everybody just figure out a way that the experience is mutually beneficial? I have it on my wall. It says, what would be the win for you? What would be the win for me? And why can't we have a double win and both get what we want?
So let's go back and talk about what we took off the air, because now I'm going to bring this back.
Yeah.
We were on air, but we were off air. We do have conversations before we talk to you guys. So we always talk about someday you might get to see them. There's a lot of good golden nuggets on those. Bloopers on there. A lot of bloopers. Anyway, going back to, let me tie this in, because that just brought this up, because we talked about this before we started doing this, right, today. And like, on Friday, you sent me this amazing text. It was awesome. Just telling me how much you appreciate me and the love for me. And I was like, okay, wow, that was really cool. And then I start thinking like, where the hell is this coming from? Right. And then on Saturday, the lady that I have clean our offices in our house, she did some stuff for me. She kind of went above and beyond. So we paid her a little bit extra. And she sent me a really nice text. I'm like, God, it's 2 days in a row. And for a guy like me, I don't know how to take that stuff very well. I'm not very good at it. Because, okay, where is this at? I'm going to lead into what we've been talking about here.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, I went out golfing with some of my friends, and actually with a buddy of mine, and his wife picked up with us on the back nine. And anyway, we got done, and we were just having a good old time. And the last hole was an absolute ish show. I mean, the wheels fell off, and we were doing pretty well. I think we just got so excited to have dinner and some cocktails together that we just whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, she ended up and she just came up. She goes, I just want to say thank you so much. And I'm standing there like, okay, what happened? Why is this happening to me right now? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, what did I do? Like, I had to do something. She goes, it's just always fun to be around. And it's nice to be around you. You just have a lot of energy. And man, so I had these 3 things happen to me. Like when you sent me the text and I felt like going back to now, I felt like I owe you. Yeah, right. You too, brother. Right. Yeah. I owe you. I can't just sit here and take it and absorb it and let it be a part and let it manifest in me and let it really and pay it forward in a different way. Right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We talked about being the light and stuff like that and just really absorb it. You feel like you have to give something. If someone's acknowledged you, you feel you have to okay, I can't let them one up me.
Yeah.
I have to come back and I have to say, yeah, you too, or man, I'm so grateful for you, which I think I did. I don't know if I did or not. That's not the point. The point is, I think that sometimes you just have to accept, not be in a grateful way. And I think the people that would tell you something or give you a compliment or take care of you in a certain situation, but maybe that pay it forward is like, okay, if now 3 people have recognized me for the things that I'm doing, maybe it's just whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm just in that spot right now. God's pouring through me. He's shining his light for me. I've just got to be the be the vehicle and let him drive this thing out. And how this comes out, it comes out to it. And sometimes it's just unexplainable. But instead of what I was trying to tell you about earlier, it's like evaluating, okay, what am I doing different? How do I enhance that and stuff like that? Just stop and let it be, man. Mm-hmm. Just stop and let it be. The same thing with First Form. Yeah. We're not gonna sit here and evaluate. Yeah, are they going to evaluate it? Yes. But instead of trying to go ahead and fight and we'll get back to you in 2 or 3 days, it's let's just take care of this and move forward and let them have a good experience so they come back again and again and again. Now, I again, going back to my experience over the last couple of days is we've got to be that guy. Is what we've been talking about for 50 episodes somewhere where there's always that common thread. We got to go make a damn difference. We got to pursue perfection and settle on excellence. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Mm-hmm. So if you start living that way, expect something to come back at you, possibly negative. Someone could be hating on you, right? Like, oh, that guy's da 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 da. And you're like, how are you even saying that? Because I'm doing this, this, and this, and this. And then it becomes water in your back. Or when you do get recognized for it, absorb it. Thank you very much. I totally appreciate, grateful that you shared those words for me. Yep. It's a lot. It's just different for someone that has a pseudo hardened heart for so long. You felt like you had to. And I felt like now I got to owe somebody. Well, the person I really owe may not be the person giving me the compliment, but you said something great too before. I was like, maybe you just said it in this one. You got to go pay it forward. Yeah. Got to go, okay, someone gave you that compliment. Let's go find another compliment.
So I would tell you that I would even double down on it. If you got 3 compliments, I would find 6 people to compliment, right?
Yeah.
I would double down on that, because we talk about this in almost every episode about, ripping a hole in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
If every person doubles down on the good things that are happening to them and to try and provide good things to other people, and they double down on it, the exponential is huge.
Mm-hmm.
E equals MC squared. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? And so
Yeah.
if it's a good action, then the equal and opposite reaction should be good, or you can create that.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, like I told you before, use that as the thin building block that starts
Mm-hmm.
the foundation,
Mm-hmm.
and then build off that. You struggle with the fact that you were telling me before this that you struggle, paraphrasing or putting,
Mm-hmm.
trying to remember your words, but you struggle with even somebody giving you a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, just sit in it for a moment
Mm-hmm.
and just be okay with it. Yeah. I mean, we see it in movies or in TV shows. People are like, I love you. And then, the obligation is to say it back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether you truly feel that, and you might, but whether you truly feel that at that moment or not, I think thank you is appropriate. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I feel similarly to you. Just let me feel it when I feel it, and let me communicate it when I communicate it, right?
Right.
And I think it's so, I do this with my wife, is let me show you how much I love you by my actions, because words are cheap. In our past relationships, people told us that they loved us and treated us like dirt. And we were both broken, and we had to help each other heal in that process. And we agreed that we were going to show our love for each other by our daily actions, not just our words. So we don't do that, get off the phone, hey, love you, because it's just so easy. It's just so simple.
Yeah. Action, or what do I say? Faith without action.
Yeah, faith without works is dead. Yep.
Faith without works. Yeah. So,
Yep.
It's funny. You triggered something in my mind with what you just said there. And then, by the way, you guys, let me finish this thought and I'll go back to that. You triggered something because I think we're about 2 weeks into this. Our team has re-embraced the power list, right?
Oh, cool. Good.
Got away from it for obviously during 75 hard, and the live hard program was really into it. Just kind of got away from it and picked it up once in a while, do a couple of days and got away with it. But I just sat down with the team, all bought them a new power list book.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know that, reach out to us. We'll tell you where to go to get it. But it's a powerful, not only a powerful podcast, but it's a powerful book, because now you just do it. So over the last couple of days, I'm just sharing an experience with you. You don't have to do this. I'm sharing an experience with you. When I did the power list before, it was almost like a daily task thing. Okay, I have to go ahead. I have to work out. I have to go ahead and call, whatever.
Yep.
And then I went back and listened to the podcast again. I'm like, man, I did that all freaking wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I did it. It held me accountable to get those things done, and I get it. But how was that advancing my life? And the things I was doing was advancing for that day, but not for a long time. It wasn't becoming a part of me.
It's
right?
to create habits,
right?
that stick for 21 days.
Right. And so one of those things we were just talking about, where is this coming from? There's two that stick out of my mind out of there. First of all, I have to make 5 points of contact every day, be it a podcast, be it calling somebody up saying, hey, just checking on you, seeing how you're doing. There's multiple ways to have 5 points of contact, but to reach out and to touch something five times a day.
Mm-hmm.
The other part that I fell away with, we did a lot with, and it's just making it part, because it's not only helping my life, and my relationship, but I help my wife's life is that every day before I go to the gym or to go work out or something like this morning. I went on a hike, but I got back before she left. But realistically, every day before we really kind of start our day, as I come up to her and ask her, can I pray with you?
Mm-hmm.
And we just have, 30-second, a minute prayer, whatever it is not very long. And that's it. So going back to your compliment, my cleaner's compliment, my friend's compliment, that's where I'm getting at is like, where's this coming from? Well, dude, you've been manifesting this over the last 2 weeks of 5 points of contact, praying with your wife, reaching out to people, having all these different things, making sure that you're in contact with, making sure that I'm in contact with our team every day. Those are the type of things. So now is, again, this conversation was a trigger, and like, who owes me and why? Nobody owes me anything. Right?
The only person that owes you is you.
Yeah.
You need to make a damn difference in you first, which you've done. And it's making a damn difference in other people's lives because you made the first step.
Right. And that's spot on what you just said. The only person that owes stuff is me.
Yeah.
I owe myself. I owe myself to come better. I don't have any expectations. Everything with those points of contact, everything of those points of prayer. Chrissy doesn't owe me that I have to pray with her. The 5 people that I have in contact with don't owe me anything, right? So no one owes me everything, but I owe everything else to be, because I look at it this way: from where I am today, from where I was yesterday, somewhere along the line, those people that I reach out to, or the people that we throw a starfish back to, those people have bettered my life in one way or another. Maybe by an easy thing with a clerk at a grocery store saying, how's your day? Did you find everything all right today? Changes perspective. So I hope that helped out to it. It was a good golden nugget for me. I'm hoping that it finds out that was a good nugget for you guys. If you're having that experience, or you're just feeling like, gosh darn it, no one's really paying attention to me, or, I feel like I'm pouring out and
pay attention to others first. Pay attention to others first, and they'll pay attention to you.
Give without giving, because again, no one owes you anything. But if you owe yourself to constantly, make a damn difference, as Brent says, and say here in a couple minutes, and then constantly pursue the perfection and settle on excellence, those things will come. Now, if you're like me, and Brent had some good ways to it, be able to sit in it. Gigi Matako a couple weeks ago is sometimes you just got to sit in it and absorb it. And it's a good thing, just trying to reflect, like, okay, it feels good. I got recognized a little bit. I wasn't expecting that. I want to do it more. We talked about this a couple episodes. There is no white horse that's going to come in and save you.
Yeah.
We have to be the difference. We have to be the one that is pursuing excellence. And it's not just because of ourselves. It's because others are looking for that white horse. And maybe you are that white horse today. I don't know. So big soapbox today.
I'm going to give you a tool that was given to me by one of my mentors, Ed Milet. If you don't know about Arate, reach out and ask us. Blair used to belong. I belong to Arate. I've been there for 5 years. Great organization. Really has helped to develop me and my skills and hone my skills. Ed says, let me tell you about you, and then go into how the person has affected you or your day in a positive way. And that's the easiest way to start. Let me tell you about you. Because you can't talk about yourself when you're saying that. You can't reflect and interject yourself and the cool things you've done with somebody. Truly make it selfless in your interactions.
Are you saying by basically putting yourself in a third person scenario?
Yeah.
When you're talking in the mirror type of thing.
No, that too. That would be helpful in work too when you're doing the mirror, the mirror analogy or mirror situation. But when you, like, for instance, that text that I sent you, I didn't say anything about myself other than, let me tell you about you, Blair. You've done this for me. You've made a difference for me. You've made a difference in my life. It wasn't, the compliment wasn't reflected back on me in any way. It wasn't about me in any way. It was, let me tell you about you. Blair, these are the things that you've done and that have made a positive impact on my life. He actually states it. Let me tell you about you. And he said it diffuses people from getting uncomfortable about hearing a compliment. Because it's not, you did all these cool things for me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. It's, let me tell you about you. You're good-hearted. You're good-natured. You're serving. You're a good member of the community. You know, let me tell you about you. That's just a good tool. I've been
Very
struggling with that. It's hard to get new things into my repertoire. So since I'm so, I'm a creature of habit. I'm very habit driven, very routine driven. So for me to change things, it's really hard. So I'm not only giving you that as a tool, but I'm talking to myself and saying, I need to be better at using that tool too.
Wow. Some good stuff in there today, guys. Really, really, really good. And I think that's, again, remember that, our topic today was, who owes you and why. No one owes you everything, but you owe yourself a lot.
Amen.
And, have that. I really encourage you, and a lot of you have, and maybe some of you haven't, and there is 50 other episodes besides this one that we're doing today that really have some good stuff in there. And this is not telling you what to do. These are life experiences that Brent and I have gone through. For this is your first time here, we call this Therapy Thursdays because there's stuff that we do on an everyday, like just kind of going through the motions, and all of a sudden we have these conversations and they're trigger. And that's the point. I just think there's a lot inside of us, and every single one of us, that stuff is being suppressed that we really don't know that we have. We believe that we believe that every person on here has a purpose, and not only you have a purpose in your own life, but you have a purpose in other people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And every single one of us is different, and every single one of us has a special purpose. It's just sitting down and having these conversations, or listening and talking to yourself in the mirror. There's just so many stuff. So really encourage you to go back and listen to the episodes, especially the ones we've had guests on, and we'll work really hard to having more of these, but some really enlightening moments. So again, this is not telling you what to do. It's just sharing experiences, hoping that they trigger something in your mind that you want to do. When that happens, when that does trigger something in mind, leave us a comment.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what your thoughts are about this episode. What do you like about it? So on and so forth. And it's not, again, the comments are not for us. They're for others to read and to associate with, like, okay, I'm not the only one going through this, or I'm not doing this stuff. So this is a big thing for us. And we want to hear your voice, and you tell us all the time, and we get a text, a great episode. I really loved it. Share it in the comments. I absolutely appreciate it. I love the text. Don't keep them coming, but it helps others. What we really want this is to expand and help other people that are going through the same stuff, or something that triggered your mind, so we can continue this rolling on and on and on. So share the show and leave us a freaking comment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's it, man.
That's how you can make a damn difference in our life, right?
Yeah.
Go make a damn difference, but make a damn difference in ours and other people's lives by sharing the show and commenting, because like Blair said, that might be the one thing that gets somebody else to participate is your participation.
Join us on the beach and help us throw starfish back in the ocean. If you don't understand that analogy, go to Google and look it up. It's very easy. Actually, Chrissy didn't understand it. She's like, why do you always say that? So I'd explain it. So anyway, love.
Lava.
All right, lava. Hey, by the way, thank you for saying that. So McCumber, Kim McCumber, who was on our show, so McCumber, if you're watching this in final episodes, by the way, sending out prayers to you, brother. He's going to have a little knee surgery. It's nothing major, just try to get his knee back. So anyway, but he's like, dude, what's up with this lava stuff? And I laugh and I'm like, well, we did it a couple episodes ago and talked about, when Chrissy goes and grabs the door, I'm like, don't touch that. It's lava.
Mm-hmm.
And so now when we go to the door and I might be lagging a little bit behind, she's like, lava, lava. It's like so hot. So for you guys that mess the episode, that's what you do to it. So if your wife or your girlfriend, whatever it is, and I understand that a lot of us who watch the show is chivalry is not dead, yell at her in a nice way.
Yeah.
Don't touch that door. Don't touch that handle. It's hot lava. And she'll go, what?
I do it for my daughter because I want her to expect that in any interaction that she has with a man going forward.
Yeah.
I'm teaching my son how to be a good husband and a good father, and I'm teaching my daughter what to expect from a good husband and a good father.
Yeah. And that's good because you have kids on there too. But even if I think what you do, especially for April and stuff like this, kids watch that, right? They emulate what they have to. And it's very evident when you see these disturbing videos of how these kids act and tantrums and swearing and people think, oh, it's cute that they're acting this way. They're emulating what their parents are. And if you want to break a cycle from different things, you have to change stuff. So that's a whole nother episode, man. We almost went down a rabbit hole for a second. Anyways, man, and final thoughts for you.
Just make a damn difference for yourself so you can make a damn difference for other people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I think that's spot on. So leave us a comment, share the show. As always, we really, 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 really need you to get this word out there to us. And I know you say it. I know a lot of you do it. Keep pressing. Take this episode, copy the URL from YouTube or Spotify, whatever it is, and text 4 or 5 of your friends. That would be 5 points of contact. I would be grateful for that. It's not going to make us better. It's going to make this world better. And honest to God, we don't get any monetary value out of this, by the way. We don't.
Well, we're saving each other $150 an hour in counseling.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for all your support. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave us a comment either in Spotify or to YouTube. We're going to try to find some other avenues out to get this out there. But until we see each other again, stay safe. But most of all, God bless, guys. Thank you for everything. Take care.